All right, so I sent in my case study. Wasn't particularly happy with how I went about it and the results. So I'm going to take, as you know, I took a walk afterward, and oftentimes that's a good time to reflect and think about challenges and think about creative solutions. So that's what happened, and so yeah, so I'm going to go through a couple things now in the time I do have before I have to get the kids. So first issue was this formula wasn't working, and the issue was simply that I had been using lowercase a to z, right? So it was returning all the characters, but I really just want to exclude the alphanumerics, or I should say the alpha characters, and so only leave the numbers. So there we go. Easy one there. All right, this next one uh, really been just, trying to brute force it with the text to columns. Obviously, that's not the best way to go about it, and so I was thinking about how to approach this. Had a couple of thoughts on here. So, first thing is taking the left 10 characters here, because the SKU is 10 characters, and then you also have these dashes in between, and so that is what I want in that first column. Now that also lets me go after the remainder, and I'm going to start in uh, using the mid function. And here I'm taking the mid starting at character 12 because there's 10 SKU characters, then the 11th character is a space. And so I want to start at 12, and then I want to return 100, just, open-ended basically. All right, so now I want to copy this down, and I'm going to actually copy and paste values. And then here, I'm going to do a find and replace. I want to replace the commas with semicolons. So I'm going to replace all of those. I have 1,000 replacements. That's great. That's how many records I have. And then I want to do a text to column here. So I'm just going to do that based on the semicolon. It's already set up there. So there we go. Split out. Now I can start putting it into kind of the official part of the spreadsheet, but of course I need to get it into the right format. So I'm going to need to put it in the format. So I'm going to take the left, this, and 2 characters, and then I'm going to include a dash. I'm going to take the mid, 6 characters, add a dash, and then I'm going to take the right, 2 characters. I have too few arguments. I want 36, missed my comma, 2. I need to put my start number, so I want to start at character 3. And there we go. Okay, so that's set. For the sales volume, I'll take this. Then for the region, I'll take this. I have to adjust these in a minute, but I'm going to take these, and I'm going to do a pivot table to just pull out the unique items. So first we have brand, and then I get rid of that. Then I got earbuds over speaker and speaker, over ear and speaker. All right, we get rid of that. Just move this over a little bit. So I want to return AirPods, Beats, Bose. Just get these buttons right here. Okay, and now I can do a lookup and have it return what I need. So I want to look this up. You look up Sonos. I need to anchor this. I want to do a similar thing here. Look up earbuds. Let's lock that. False. Okay. The other thing I want to do here is I want to get this so that if I have North America, it's returning NA, not North America. So if this equals America, comma, A, else 6. Okay. Just going to put that there. All right, so then I can just copy these down. And get this in the right formatting. There we go. All right, so now that one should be good. All right, problem 2. All right, so I was trying to do an index match here, and it's kind of the right idea, but need to do a couple things first. So the first thing you need to do is concatenate this month and the year and drag that over. Okay, now I'm ready to start working on a formula. Other thing I need to do here is make a reference point where I want this and this. So I can use that as my reference. So I'm going to do an X lookup, just kind of like a V match or index match. So I want to look up, I'll do this first. Look up array, this part, and then I'll do another X lookup. And I want to do the line item, and then do the lookup array, and then return array. I'm not going to lock anything because this is just a single cell formula. And there we have equipment for February 2024, 638, 746. If I change this, let's do total COGS. Let's shorten this up a little bit. 3995028. Let's change the month, change the year. Let's do 23. COGS, July 2023. 3419844. Looks like this is working. So I'm just gonna copy this formula text, put it right in there. That's what I should have done. Let's see. Stay in the call. All right, so this one, I got rid of the kind of the duplicate rows, added a past due filter, based on the current date, and then what the current outstanding aged invoice is, and then just populated this distribution here. So I feel good about that. I guess where I'm not quite sure, and I might need to think about this more if maybe I'm just not understanding, but weighted average invoice aging by amount. I'm not sure what the intended units are here. If it's looking for the average days overdue, or I'm not sure what I'm waiting. Because I could do the average days overdue, but I'm not sure how to apply that to the amount. Are we looking for, yeah, again, not sure what unit is being desired here. Do a sum product, but I'm not sure what the defined weights are. So I think having an average invoice age 65.7 days, but multiplying that by what? So, I mean, I could do the average, I guess I could multiply the current days outstanding by, I guess, the percentage. I could maybe multiply the amount by the percentage overdue relative to all the other invoices, just kind of on a relative scale, convert this to 61 out of whatever the max is. $151. And so I could say, this divided by this. So it's, in the 40th percentile. Then I could say this, this doesn't like that. I saw an X somewhere in there. It's messing it up. Yeah, again, I'm not quite clear on what the desired outcome is here. 72 need to have the same array. So anyway, I want to get to problem 5 as well, because I recognize that wasn't quite complete, and also there were some checks that weren't balancing, so I want to go back and check that, but I can't complete that right now, but I leave you with these other thoughts. Thanks.